Now let's speak to Johannesburg Water spokesperson Nombuso Shabalala, who will further outline this for us. Nombuso, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. Now, Minister Majodina explained earlier that even though the Val Dam is sitting at 33%, this is just but one of the natural storage facilities in a vast supply system. And she's also highlighted that the province of Gauteng's poor water outlook is a result of human error. She says this is self-inflicted by the municipalities. From a city perspective, what's your response to this outlook that has been put out by the minister?
Good evening, and thank you so much for having us. So the minister is right. There are some interventions that we do need to do as the city because we are currently over-consuming what we receive from rainwater. We do have interventions that we've put in place in the short term that will assist us to bring the demand down, which is quite high at the moment. One of the programs or interventions that we've implemented recently is reducing water supply to high consumption areas that we've identified in the city of Johannesburg. So this is implemented between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. the following morning to ensure that there's minimal disruption.
And which areas are these particularly?
Sure. So some of our high consumption areas include Alex, the Johannesburg CBD, Berea, Yeoville. It includes our Midrand system, Ivory Park, Ebony Park, President Park. In the south, it's Orange Farm, Ennerdale, and Lenasia. So those are some of our high consumption areas where we will be implementing this water reduction between the times I've mentioned.
And this is, of course, from this coming Thursday. Now, she also spoke on creating a single point of accountability for water functions in Johannesburg in order to give control of the functions to the city by managing water supply and ultimately just taking responsibility of these. How do you foresee this assisting in future supplies?
So we foresee this assisting in future supply because if we have control, like you were saying, as Johannesburg Water, because currently the city of Johannesburg has that control. So if we have control as the entity, we will then be able to even be responsible for our own billing and be responsible for collecting our own revenue.
I mean, she also mentioned issues of a lack of maintenance in terms of water infrastructure and illegal connections. Are those some of the priority areas for the city currently?
That's correct. So we lose a lot of water through illegal connections. And as you've mentioned, we've got aging infrastructure in the city. And you see that through a lot of pipe bursts and leaks that we have. And we have some leaks on some of our reservoirs, and that has been prioritized in order to bring down water demand. So definitely aging infrastructure and illegal connections contribute a lot to the water losses that we currently see in the city.
You mentioned leaks. Let's just maybe expand a little bit on that, because opposition parties are attributing 46% of the water lost in the city due to water leaks. What's the extended strategy around that in ensuring that's almost half of the water supply that the city has?
Yes, so you're quite correct. We lose a lot of water through it's called non-revenue water. That is water that is not accounted for. So that is water lost through illegal connections. That is water lost through leaks through pipe burst, and leaks in our reservoir systems. As I've mentioned, we have earmarked 22 reservoirs that we will be repairing as they are currently leaking.
You mentioned a little earlier on that those high-lying areas in terms of the consumption of water, Ennerdale, Alex, the Johannesburg CBD, will start experiencing the level 1 restrictions as of this Thursday. What are certain things that you would ask residents to do in terms of assisting in ensuring that we move away from this level 1, and how long do you expect it to last for?
So, Katlego, maybe if I can clarify, we are currently under level 1 water restrictions in the city. So everyone, not only the high consuming areas.
Right.
So level 1 water restriction means we are urging residents to use water sparingly. We are urging residents not to water their gardens between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. we are urging residents not to fill up their swimming pools, not to clean their driveways with hose pipes. So that's level 1 water restrictions, which is implemented annually from the 1st of September up until the 31st of March of the following year. So the program that we are doing, the water reduction program we are doing, is with our high consuming areas, which will not impact all the areas in the city, but just those areas that I've mentioned. But in terms of level 1 water restrictions, this is applicable to all the residents and businesses in the city in terms of adhering to those restrictions.
All right, thank you for those clarifications, and thank you for your time this evening for just clarifying to us, Nombuso Shabalala, who is the Joburg Water spokesperson, speaking to us there after the Minister of Water, Pemmy Majodina, gave an address earlier today with regards to the state of water in the city of Johannesburg and the province of Gauteng as a whole.